You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
I do. Your dad worries about you, too. You know, you should give him a call.
I will. Look, I didn't come here to talk about me.
All right. Well, what's up?
You got some job?
Nope. I went down to talk to the guy at the hospital personnel about getting a job as an orderly.
Mm-hmm.
He told me because of budget cutbacks and everything that they aren't going to be doing any hiring.
You gonna eat this stuff?
Yeah, I'm going to eat that piece of toast.
Mm-hmm. I think I have good news for you.
Oh, yeah?
I happen to know for a fact that there is going to be an opening for an orderly this afternoon.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happened? Who's quitting?
I am. You sure about that toast? You are sure about that toast?
Why are you quitting the hospital? Just because of Professor Pooner?
Yeah, I guess that had something to do with it, but I wanted to work outside this summer anyway, and I think I got a line on a better job, so.
Yeah, well, that's great. Okay, I'll make an appointment at the hospital tomorrow. Thanks for telling me.
Sure, but I wouldn't do it tomorrow. Do it today, because that's when I'm going to give my notice.
I can't. I'm meeting my Uncle Mike at the hospital, and we're going to have dinner at Trish Lewis's apartment.
Oh, does that mean that the dreaded Mindy Lewis has come to town?
You got it.
Well, I'll tell you, a quiet night at home with Eve and Samantha never sounded so good.
Well, I know that you got a lot of time on your hands now that Justin's out of town. I was figuring maybe you want to come with me.
Oh, no. This one, you're all on your own. Maybe they'll teach you you've got to learn to start saying no to these things yourself.
Well, Trish Lewis is such a nice person.
Well, listen to me. A little bit of sage advice for you, and you better pay attention. Nice means zilch in the face of a blind date with somebody that sounds as bad as Mindy Lewis. What's that?
What? Hey. Would you have time to talk to me now?
Oh, well, if you'll excuse me.
No, Mrs. Renfield, you don't have to leave.
Well, I'm afraid I really have to see that Mr. McCord's, oh dear, I should say Mr. Chamberlain's lunch is taken to the laboratory. It was very nice to see you again, Mr. Chamberlain.
And you, Miss Renfield. Now.
So, what is it that you wanted to speak to me about?
Well, Mike Bauer is drawing up some papers that are going to need your signature.
What kind of papers?
I've decided to triple the amount of money in Stacy's trust fund.
What?
Yes, I want her to have exactly the same amount that I'm providing for all of my grandchildren when I have them, because I think of Stacy as being my first grandchild.
No, Mr. Chamberlain, that's not right. I mean, it's just far too generous, really.
No, I want to do it. No.
Well, I don't know what to say. I thank you, or...
But you don't have to say anything. Just having you and Stacy and Quentin in the same house with me is going to be thanks enough.
Well, we'll have to talk about that with him.
Oh, we shall, because I want the arrangements to be absolutely perfect. So we'll talk about it a great deal.
Oh, okay.
Now, I must get to the office. Oh, Nola, I hope you realize how happy I am these days. Now, I want to make you all just as happy as you've made me.
Oh.
Well, I'll see you this evening.
All right. I'll tell Quentin you were here.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Nola, are you alone?
Oh, hi. Yeah, of course I am. Hi.
Oh, I thought I heard my father's voice.
He left. He's coming by for drinks later on.
Well, you don't look as if you had a very good morning.
That's an understatement.
Why, Nola? What happened?
Your father is going to be so hurt when we tell him that we're not going to move in with him.
Oh, don't worry. I'll handle it.
No, it isn't going to be that easy. Do you know what he just told me?
What?
That he's going to triple the amount of Stacy's trust fund, and he's going to triple it.
Well, I think that's very generous of him.
Oh, it's generous. It's generous. She's going to be a rich kid. I don't know what to do with that. How can we tell him we're not going to move into the house with him? I can't tell him that. It's going to hurt him so. He's so happy. You should have just seen him. His heart, it's going to... I feel terrible.
Nola, don't feel terrible. Now, I told you I'll handle it. Don't worry. There's something else, isn't there?
Oh... Mother wants to make my wedding dress out of a piece of lace that Aunt Mary brought back from Ireland.
I think that sounds charming.
She can't sew. I'm going to look like some lace sandwich board or something.
That sounds rather provocative.
It's not funny. This is my wedding.
I'm sorry, Nola. I didn't mean to be so insensitive.
I just don't understand how the nicest people can just start running your lives every time a wedding. At weddings, they do this. They try to run your life.
Come here. I think it's because these nice people see how happy we are, and all they want to do is share in our happiness.
We are happy, aren't we?
Well, I didn't know such happiness existed. Come here.
Mike, thank you for coming by on such short notice.
No problem. What can I do for you, Al?
Well, I know how close you are to Amanda. I'm hoping that you're going to be able to talk her out of what she's doing right now.
Al and I already talked to Amanda. There was no way I could persuade her into staying to Springfield.
Mike, she hasn't left Springfield. Obviously, you don't know. Amanda has Mark and Jennifer's child.
No, I didn't know that.
Jennifer appeared one day and left the baby on Amanda's doorstep, and then disappeared without leaving a forwarding address.
Wow. Well, that certainly doesn't sound like Jennifer.
Well, obviously, she's taken temporary leave of her senses.
Well, how does Amanda feel about all
Well,
this?
she's not thinking any too clearly either. She's suddenly grown attached to this child, and what's worse, Hope's over there right now encouraging her.
So what's wrong with that? Hope loves baby. She loves Amanda.
No one should become too attached to this child. If Jennifer doesn't want her own baby, then adoption proceedings should be initiated right away.
You gotta be kidding.
No, I'm serious. Therefore, I want you to initiate adoption proceedings.
Alan, a third party can't just institute adoption procedures. You should know that.
All right, then talk to Amanda and persuade her to request it.
I will talk to Amanda if she asks me for help, and that's the point.
Mike, I don't want Amanda seen around Springfield with Mark Evans' baby. Surely you can understand that.
There's nothing you can do.
Well, I was hoping that you would come up with something.
There's nothing I can do. If Amanda wants to keep that baby, that's up to her and Jennifer.
Alan. Oh, Mike. Hello. Alan, I'm sorry. I thought you were alone.
No, I was just leaving.
Yes, he was.
We're still on tonight with Mindy?
Yeah, we sure are if she ever gets here.
Oh, well, looking forward to seeing you about 6.
Okay.
Bye. Bye, Alan.
Goodbye.
Alan, is there anything wrong? You look upset.
I am extremely upset.
Is there anything I can do?
No, thank you. I can handle it.
Alan, if there is anything I can do to help, please tell me.
You know, you may be the only person who gives a damn about how I feel.
Mo, what are you doing here?
I've been waiting for you. I had to talk to you, Tony.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been out running around doing all kinds of things. I would have been back sooner if I knew.
I found out one of those things you had to do was show the picture to Bert.
Ma told you that, huh?
Yeah. Boy, Tony, I can't believe you'd do that when I told you not to.
I'm sorry, but I had to find out something more about that picture, and Mrs. Bauer was real nice about it.
Oh, nice about it. Of course she was nice about it. Bert's always nice. You really didn't leave her much choice, did you? You just had no business going over there and
Wait a minute. You know, I found out something here, and I think you might want to know it, too.
Oh, what?
Mr. Bauer was changed completely after he got back from that fishing trip, just like Dad was. And Mrs. Bauer doesn't know anything more about it than we do.
But of course you went over there and asked her all about it, didn't you?
Yes, because I want to know, and so does she want to know.
I find that very hard to believe, Tony.
What? The two men? I don't, you know? I mean, two men change completely after they meet some woman.
What, this woman in the picture?
Yeah, the woman in the picture, and I want to know why. I want to know what makes her so important.
Hey. Hey, lady.
Oh, what?
You want a drink?
No, thank you.
No, come on. Take a pull.
No, thank you.
Road cruiser
Really?
from Tulsa is now arriving at door number 7.
Come on, let us party.
That's my bus.
Oh, are you from Tulsa?
No. glad you're finally here.
Yeah, sorry about the mix-up, but I had to change my plans a little bit.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. This is my friend, Eddie Carnage.
Carnage?
That's right, Mama.
Yeah, we rode the bus together all the way from Tulsa.
Yeah.
Really? Well, could we offer you a ride or something, Mr.
Carnage.
Carnage?
No, man. I'm just changing buses.
Yeah, Eddie's on his way to New York to be a professional singer.
Right. Well, look.
Oh.
Thanks. I'll see you, honey, and thanks for the ticket.
Oh, that's okay, and good luck, Eddie.
Okay, later, baby. Later, Aunt Trish.
You bought his bus ticket?
Well, I met him 3 days ago in Tulsa, and he was broke. So I cashed in my airline ticket and bought 2 bus tickets.
You mean you have been on a bus for 3 days with some guy named Eddie Carnage?
Well, his real name is Melvin Wendell. If I hadn't bought his ticket for him, he would have never gotten to New York.
Oh. And New York would be so incomplete without it. Honey, are there any more members to this entourage of yours?
No, just me.
Wonderful.
So, what's next on the agenda, Aunt Trish? I hope I didn't mess things up.
No, not entirely. In about 2 hours, we're going to be having dinner at my apartment with your Uncle Josh.
Huh?
And a friend of mine, Mike Bauer, and his nephew, Rick.
Oh, and the nephew's for me, right?
Right.
Okay, what's he like?
Well, he's no Eddie Carnage. But I think he'll live. Let's go.